My friends, if you are 55, 60, or even older, and you feel behind on retirement, I want you to know one thing before anything else. You are not alone and you are not finished. Too many people believe that if they didn't start investing early, if they didn't save consistently, or if life simply got in the way, then the opportunity has passed. That is simply not true. I founded Vanguard with one belief: the miracle of compounding rewards, discipline, not perfection. No matter your age, the principles that build wealth remain the same. They require clarity, courage, and a willingness to begin where you are. So today, I want to share 10 essential recommendations for anyone starting late but determined to finish strong. These are practical, realistic steps, not Wall Street fantasies, grounded in the common sense approach that has helped millions achieve financial peace. Let's begin. 1. Accept where you are and start today. If you're over 55 with little saved, the first step is not financial, it's emotional. Beating yourself up changes nothing, but accepting your situation and choosing to act changes everything. In my decades studying investors, I saw a pattern. People do poorly not because they lack intelligence, but because they lack resolve. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start today and change the ending. You may have supported a family, paid for a home, raised children, weathered hardships, or simply didn't prioritize investing. Whatever your story, it brought you here. Now it's time to write the next chapter deliberately. 2. Take a full inventory of your financial life. Before you can move forward, you must know where you stand. Sit down with a notebook or spreadsheet and write your income, your monthly expenses, your debts proper, your assets, your savings, your timeline, 5, 10, or 15 years until retirement, Haminer. When I created index funds, your personal finances need the same treatment. Strip away confusion. Replace guessing with clarity. You may realize your greatest asset isn't your bank balance, it's your ability to earn an income. Even 5-10 extra years of disciplined saving can transform your retirement. 3. Know your numbers, the budget that sets you free. Most people think budgeting restricts them. In truth, budgeting liberates you. A budget is simply this: knowing where your money goes and deciding where it should go. You cannot manage what you do not measure. For one full month, track every expense. Not to judge yourself, but to understand yourself. When investors finally saw the real cost differences between index funds and active funds, they changed their behavior. When you finally see the truth of your own spending, you will change your behavior too. And that change can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. 4. Keep more of what you earn. People assume you must earn more to save more, but that's not true. You must keep more. That's the real superpower. If you suddenly cut your expenses by 20%, 30%, even 50%, you unlock a powerful advantage. You can invest aggressively in your final working years. Let me give you a simple example. If over the next 12, 15 years, you could save even $1,000 to $1,000 and invest it regularly, you could build a retirement fund large enough to change your life. It's not about enormous contributions. It's about consistent contributions, not fortune. Discipline, not speculation. Simplicity. 5. Get creative. Think in terms of possibility, not limitation. People believe they have a money problem when what they truly have is a creativity problem. One of my favorite lessons from ordinary Americans, not Wall Street giants, is this: those who think creatively retire securely. Those who don't retire anxiously. I've seen families house hack. I've seen couples downsize for 3 years to save 70% of their income. I've seen parents and children support each other in win-win living arrangements. I've seen older workers take part-time jobs they love, not jobs they resent. Creativity is not desperation. Creativity is intelligence applied to your reality. Ask yourself, could I downsize? Could I share expenses? Could I reduce my largest cost housing for 36 months? Could I generate side income from skills I already possess? Small creative decisions can unlock large financial outcomes. 6. Plan to work longer. 70 is the new 65. For decades, traditional retirement age was 65. But today, many people live well into their 90 seconds, even beyond 100. This changes the math. If you can work till 68, 70, or even part-time at 72, you gain more years of income, more years of savings, fewer years withdrawing from your nest egg, a larger Social Security benefit, the psychological health that comes from purpose. I've known countless people who retire at 65 only to feel lost, bored, or anxious, then happily return to work part-time. Retirement should not be the end of contribution. It should be the beginning of contribution on your terms. Working longer isn't failure. It's strategy. 7. Delay Social Security, one of the smartest moves for late starters. Whether you love Social Security or criticize it, one fact remains. Delaying your benefit may be the single highest return investment available to older Americans. Each year you delay from 67 to 70 gives you higher monthly income, higher lifetime benefits, protection in case you live into your late 80 seconds or 90 seconds. If you start late, delaying benefits can transform your financial outcome. It is guaranteed, inflation-adjusted, government-backed income, no mutual fund, no annuity, no stock market bet, offers that combination. I spent my life reminding investors that certainty matters just as much as returns. Social Security is one of the most certain financial tools you have. Use it wisely. 8. Protect your health, your most valuable asset. We often talk about money as if it is the ultimate asset, but it is not. Health is the real wealth. Money simply supports it. Poor health is expensive. Very expensive. The later you start saving, the more important your ability to work becomes and the more your well-being matters. Walk daily. Eat thoughtfully. Stay mentally active. Stay socially engaged. Simplify your life. You don't need extreme routines or expensive programs. You need consistency. Good health gives you more earning years, lower medical costs, a sharper mind, a happier retirement, and more time with the people you love. Invest in your body the way you invest in a low-cost index fund. Slowly, patiently, consistently. 9. Keep learning. Education is a compounding asset. People often ask me, Jack, why were your ideas so simple? Because most financial complexity is unnecessary and often harmful. But learning, real learning, is the compass that keeps you moving in the right direction. Read about personal finance, investing, simplicity, purpose. Read The Richest Man in Babylon. Read about indexing. Read about the behavioral mistakes investors make. Knowledge becomes a lever. A small amount, applied consistently, produces enormous results. Late starters need not become experts. They simply need to understand the rules of the game they're playing. When you understand the rules, you stop gambling. You start winning. 10. Simplify your strategy and stay the course. At this point in life, you don't need complexity. You don't need Forex. You don't need crypto. You don't need exotic mutual funds, high-fee advisors, or risky schemes. You need simplicity. A late starter's investment strategy might be as simple as a low-cost index fund, automatic monthly contributions, and a long-term mindset, zero speculation, zero emotional decision-making. Let your strategy be boring. Your life will be much more exciting because of it. The greatest mistake you could make now is chasing fast returns. Fast is fragile. Steady is strong. My lifelong advice remains unchanged. Stay the course, no matter what the market does, no matter what the headlines say, no matter what your neighbor is bragging about. Stay the late starter's advantage. You may not believe this, but starting late has a unique benefit. You have the clarity that younger investors lack. You understand the value of time. You understand the weight of consequences. You understand what truly matters. And with that clarity, you can cut through distraction and move directly toward your goal. You don't need perfection. You need direction. And today, you have it. Whether you have 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years ahead of you, your future is still unwritten. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. And stay the course. Your retirement story is still yours to write, and you can write a remarkable one.